Well, there have been fortunes made in this town. They have also been lost. Reno, Nevada, the biggest little city in the world. It's time for the Bulls, the Dodge Xtreme Bulls, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, the Reno Rodeo. We're ready, and it's coming up. And when the Xtreme Bulls come to town, it is always a major occasion. And here in Reno, they love the Xtreme Bulls. The opening ceremony is already underway. Let's check in with Donnie Gay.
The sunny skies of Reno, Nevada. The Xtreme Bulls Tour, stop number 5 on the 10-stop tour. Bull riders are ready. 40 cowboys in a long go-round. 12 back to a finals for the short go. We've got a barn burner on tap for you tonight. Zeb Lanham, he's got a bull called Broken Bone. I think he headlines the list of going into that short go round. He's been on the bull twice. He's ridden him one time. I look for Zeb to ride him. His competition, Sonny Murphy. The little boy we call Homeless. This kid is showing his stuff. He's got a bull I think he'll ride easy in the long round. Hopefully it'll get him back to that final go round.
Here's the way the World Championship stands right now. Matt Austin is still the leader, followed by Silcox, Murphy, and McLean. But Jennifer Smith, there's an update on Matt Austin.
Well, if Tiger Woods were to not show up at the U.S. Open, it would be the #1 headline. Well, our 2005 world champion Matt Austin just turned out of this Xtreme Bulls in Reno, and it is the #1 story. We just talked to him on the phone, and he has strained several ligaments in his riding hand, possibly some cracks. They couldn't see it in the x-ray, but he said he is going to be out for 2 weeks to a month. He is currently leading the world standings and our Xtreme Bulls standings. We're hoping he can hold on to that lead.
And here are the rules and how the competition is conducted. The real key is down there at the bottom, $60,000.
$60,000. Top 40 guys are all riding one bull. The top 12 advance to the short go round, and we'll get it going, and we're going to start with one of the tough guys, in my opinion, Brian Richardson.
Brian Richardson out of Dallas, Texas. He is on Hurricane. He's been on this bull before.
Well, he had him here a year ago, and he didn't get along very good around to the right away from his hand. Boy, had he. We got a bull ride started right here in Reno. It is going to be hot and heavy, judges. Get ready to see if you know where the points got on your pencil. Look at that bull ride.
Oh, good 8 seconds there.
Oh, boy, Brian Richardson got the color combo working for him right now, right out of the gate, and this is going to be a good score.
And 86 is the score they give us.
86 points, you know, that's going to get back to that final go-round, no problem. I don't know if it's going to win the round, but this is a great bull ride right here. It's just the first one. Usually we start with a few buck-offs, and Brian Richardson, great bull ride.
So Brian Richardson, they give him the official score of an 86. And he is looking solid.
All right, Singular X Power. We'll get confirmation on the score. We'll have a kick, a spin, and a total. It'll be a little lower on the kick, better on the spin. Here we come into some numbers. We've got 2.2, 2.9, and 2.76.
If you text X-Power to 514 on your Singular wireless phone, you and a guest will be on your way to the Las Vegas National Finals Rodeo, compliments of Singular. For official rules, log on to ESPNProRodeo.com or ExtremeBulls.com and click on the Singular link. Singular, raising the bar.
All right, Chad Eubanks and Hanging Tree, one of the Ross Rodeo Bulls here in Reno. And let's get it going. Got an 86 in the lead. He's got to stay right there. Coming around to the right into his hand, Eubanks spurring, trying to stay up on a bull rope in a little bit of trouble. Little trouble at the finish. That bull just kind of jumped out of it and weakened a little, so the score will reflect.
Yeah, a pretty lazy get off there.
You look at his hand down on the side. He's got it way down there to the right. Eubanks likes him when he stays right, but watch what happens when this bull jumps out of that spin. He's cocked into his hand and no way to stay up in the middle. That'll cost him some points.
Well, and as you said, it cost him 80.5 is the score they're going to give him. There it is officially now for Chad Eubanks.
80.5, and that'll be close to getting back in the top 12. We've started with 2 bull rides and 2 qualified rides. That's unusual.
Here from Wisconsin is B.J. Schumacher. The bull is Matrix.
Good bull right here. He's been in the national final. Hop, skip, sets him up and puts him down. Matrix got one of the toughest bull riders in the business in B.J. Schumacher, Reno Rodeo bull. This bull's been to the national finals and should go again, but watch him hop and skip and cock his hips over to the left, into his hand, got him right there, just beat him around the corner. That's one of those guys that we expected to make a good ride.
Well, no score there for B.J. Schumacher, but we're off to a good start here in Reno with the Xtreme Bulls. Richardson out of Dallas, Texas, with an 86 right off the top. Dodge Xtreme Bulls, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, is brought to you today by Dodge. Dodge, grab life by the horns. By B&W Trailer Hitches, makers of the turnover ball gooseneck hitch system. A hitch when you need it, a level bed when you don't. And by Singular Wireless, raising the bar. And we welcome you back to the Dodge Xtreme Bulls Ride Hard Tour, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches. And there are the upcoming events. Make sure if there's one in your area, get yourself a ticket and get there. We're in Reno. I'm Paul Page with Don Gay. Jennifer Smith is down on the ground where she gets the best view of everybody, but you get a pretty good view right here of Wesley Silcox.
All right, Bull Water Patrol, Flying U Rodeo. It's a good bull. Second generation bucking bull out of the Born to Buck program. Now coming around, it's really a good bull right here. Silcox in good control riding this one. This guy, you've heard me brag on all the talent level that he has. He can do it. A nice bull ride right there.
Yeah, that was nice. Smooth ride for Wesley Silcox out of Payson, Utah.
All right, this bull looks like a cross between Whitewater Skull and Border Patrol. This bull kicking really good. Reminds me of the old Border Patrol, and really good right there. Whistle blows right in there. Good score coming in.
And they give us an 82, so we're getting scores in the low to mid 80s right off the top here.
All right, 86 in the lead by Brian Richardson. I thought he could have been a couple of more points, but Wesley Silcox second, Chad Eubanks in third.
Let's go down to Jennifer Smith.
Well, Brian started off the show in a great way. Hurricane was just what you expected, wasn't he?
It was. You know, I've never seen the bull before. I asked Reno Rosser before I got on him, and he told me straight up, he said he's going to be right there either way, give you a blinker, and you'll be 85 or 6 points. So he didn't lie to me.
Well, 86 points assures you a spot in the short round, doesn't it?
Probably so. Probably so.
Well, good luck. We'll see you there.
Thank you.
And coming up now, the 2000 world champion. Here is Cody Hancock on Water Puddle.
All right, another one of those second-generation bucking bulls, and Cody Hancock, he's got some scars on his head. He's been having a little trouble. Whipped him down right out of the gate. Sets up, a lot of effort. Here's Hallmark, Cody Hancock. Bull jumping out, reversing the spin. Slammed up. That's 8-second bull ride leaderboard. Look out.
Yeah, the last time he was on Water Puddle, he was bucked off. This is a full ride for Cody Hancock.
All right, looked like knocked the air out. Watch him whip him down. Look at him when he keeps a free hand out there. He's going to take a shot in the head to keep from touching and disqualifying. Good bull ride right here. Bull goes back the other way. Whistle blows. And I mean, he is taking a pounding. He's getting some age on him. You know, starting to get to the twilight of his career. 89 points and the lead. That's good news, bad news for an older guy. He's going to have to get on another one.
Yeah, so at least the 89 is there. Knocked the wind out of him as he came off just flat on his back.
Oh, yeah, but we can look to another guy that's got a little age on him, Fred Betcher. He's got tons of fun. Groundy Brothers bucking bull. Another one of those bulls that are really good. His buck-off average, he's never had anybody successfully ride him that rides left-handed. Fred Betcher rides left-handed, and he's touched him with the free hand. He's already... Now, in my mind, he's disqualified, and I think throws him off right before the whistle blows. Look at our bullfighters. Great save right there. Rowdy Berry moving in. Watch this freehand ride coming right here. Boom, pushed off right there. That breaks your concentration. He's going to go ahead and try to ride him, and then this bull just gasses it and puts him on the ground. No score for Fred Betcher.
Well, and like you say, and you can see in all these replays, We take a look, Fred, with the no score. The bullfighters are always right there, moving right alongside the bull, and they're there to help.
All right, well, here's bull riding 101. Stay on for 8 seconds. Don't touch with a free hand like we just talked about. You can score 100 possible points. 50 for the cowboy, 50 for the bull, and it's a degree of difficulty.
On Black Dancer, here is Jason McLean.
Here's a guy that just quietly goes about making a living riding bucking bulls. Starts left, back around to the right. This looks good. This is really good. Bull starting to flatten out right now about the 5-second mark. McLean rides this one like just patting for a dance. What a nice ride. You see the bullfighter.
Whoa.
Look at this.
Whoa.
Got the bull by the horns,
Whoa.
stepping all over him, runs the length of him. Man. Joe Bumgardner, Rowdy Barry. Joe Bumgardner has to go back. Jason, you ran the wrong way. That's it. Run, Forrest, run. Wow, look at this. This bull is turning the crank right here. This bull hasn't been ridden, and then he gets flat, gets fast. Coming around, okay, whistle blows. Now, we'll get the X power and see what it says on the spin. That should be good, but now this right here, they probably don't measure that. Oh, stepped right by him, got the hat brim, got a foot on him. Let's see what Singular X Power has to say. We get an 84 score from McLean, moves him into second place. He's bleeding, got a scalp laceration.
He's lucky he doesn't have a crushed head there. Here's the Singular X Power.
Okay, well, can watch it back. Kicks really good right there. Then goes into a flat spin, but that'll create a lot of torque, a lot of G-force. Let's see what it says. Kick is 3.1, spin is 2.5. I could disagree a little. 3.02. It was a good bull ride, 84 points.
Here's one of my favorites from Greeley, Colorado, Jared Ford on Scoundrel.
I thought maybe you liked the Scoundrel better, one of your favorites. Here we go. All right, let's see. Jared Ford. Oh, man, hop skip round the left. Got him going, look out. Whipped him down, don't quit moving. Feet don't fail me now. Wow, you can see the standings there. Zeb Lanham, we'll see him in a minute as Jared Ford gets up. Comes with a no score. In good shape, but watch what happens to his hips right here. He's in perfect shape right there, and his left foot comes out, and that bull is turning the crank, and thought he was going to get a little shot in the shorts right there, but got away from him.
And, of course, that money is important, as you see Jared Ford's amount, because that's how we determine the championship. Money is the way to do it.
Most money, you're the man.
And you see the numbers there for Clayton Fultine. He is up next on Razor Sharp.
John Growney bucking bull, and this should be a good draw. Fultine knows him. He's been a little inconsistent in his bull riding. All around cowboy, rides barebacks. Texas bull rider. Come on, Clayton, get a hold. Got him going to the right into his hand. That's just what he wants. He's loosened up. He's spurring with the outside foot. Bull jumps out. Reverse the spin. That ought to be far enough. Stepped right on his Bobo.
On his Bobo?
Yeah.
I haven't heard Bobo in years.
Oh, well,
That's
I couldn't
great.
say the other,
No, don't.
All right. Oh, good bull ride. Should be a nice score. Round to the right. Now watch him start getting aggressive with his outside foot. You saw it come up right there almost at the wrong time. He lets his hips get into his hand. And in that bull, you saw that in close up. It missed him. Good thing.
You called it an 83.5 is what they've given him.
All right. Good for Clayton. 83.5, and we'll go to another world champion.
Dustin Elliott. He'll be on buck and right. Dustin comes out of Nebraska.
All right, that tricky John Growney, and boy, and I'll tell you, just drops out of it and goes left and bucks him off. He forgot to read the world champion resume. Oh, he's mad.
Yeah, if he'd handed him his portfolio before he started, I'm sure it would have been better.
If you could do that, I'd still be riding. Oh, boy, watch this. Look at his hips. I mean, right there, slides off, and that's a lapse in concentration from Dustin Elliott, a no score. And there's nobody more disappointed in the house than Dustin Elliott right now.
Yeah, but that's the way it goes. You either get it done or you're getting off. And coming up, we want you to meet Broken Bone. Twice he's met Zeb Lanham. Lanham's only won once. We'll be back.
Well, I was born and raised in Santa Barbara, California, and they had an ag program there at the high school for a few years. It corresponded with the years I was in high school. And I got in it because I lived on the edge of town and had been around horses as a kid. Well, the FFA helped me a lot, I think, in learning how to work with people, and in business ideas, it led so many things, the leadership that you learned, being, again, even the secretary of the chapter. And now I'm the executive director of Reno Rodeo, and that's helped me a lot in managing and helping to oversee, supervise, and coordinate probably more than anything, the many volunteers we have working in the different areas of our rodeo.
And speaking of the FFA, we want to remind you that the FFA convention is also where our two-day event will be in my hometown of Indianapolis, Indiana, and there'll be special discounts for FFA members.
The 2006 Ride Hard Tour finale, the championship. It'll be a lot of fun.
All right, so here's the way we sit right now. Cody Hancock with his 89 is the leader. We're still in the Longo. And here comes Sonny Murphy. This should be a good ride. He's on Spindrift, and this bull gave him a win at Logandale.
Well, Murphy, he's riding nearly 70% of his bulls, which is higher than maybe anybody, and it's a nice bull. They usually mark him just a little over 20-point average, little black and white spotted bull with no horns. He's kind of bull rider friendly. We expect Sonny to just knock him out pretty easy. Let's see what he does. Western Rodeo, Dan Russell, round of the ride into his hand. Cowboy, well, he kind of hesitated when he jumped out of it and jumped back. Got a little harder to ride than you think, but Murphy, this boy's got a lot of talent. He enjoys riding bulls, and he'll get a good score.
Wow, and listen to that crowd, too. They enjoyed that ride.
All right, well, we've made fun of Sonny with his hairdo and all this sort of thing, but I tell you, you don't make fun of his bull riding talent. He's got a lot of it, and I think he really likes riding bulls. Watch how he gets off this bull. You know, it's one thing to ride him, but you got to take care of yourself, too, and he does a great job of that.
And it gives him an 85, so an 85 for Sonny Murphy.
Listen to the people in the grandstands. They disagree. They like that a lot better, but we move to Utah bull rider.
Steve Woolsey on Turnpike.
All right, Woolsey recovered from that injury at San Antone. Let's see if he's got things going. Round to the right away from his hand. Got a good seat on him. Oh, yeah, riding up to the front. Bull changes his bucking pattern right in the middle of the ride. And a good job Woolsey does making an adjustment. I didn't like it quite as much as Sonny Murphy's ride, but watch this bull. This bull actually is a little harder to ride. Judges could go either way with this. Look at it. He moves forward and spins hard. Now he's making a circle and really kind of just changes up his style altogether. Whistle blows, has to get off away from his hand.
86.5 for Steve Woolsey. Nice young kid, too. Good to see him doing well this year.
I thought that was a little high, and that was what I was talking about whenever we saw that 80. We look at the singular X Power here, and while it's cooking up the numbers, you know, we had that 86 by Brian Richardson, the first rattle out of the box. I like that ride quite a bit better than I like this one, and this is a half a point bigger, 3.02 total on the X Power.
And so coming up from San Angelo, Texas, DJ Domain, first degree is the bull.
All right, another Western Rodeo bull, and boy, look at Domain. He is riding really good. Got a little shook loose right there at the end. Whistle blows. Look out, got stepped on. He's all the time getting underneath these bulls. He's originally from Louisiana, went to school out in West Texas, out there in Odessa, and that hurt. That's why you wear the vest. You know, one of those superficial injuries. He could have broke some ribs, and as it is, he just got the air knocked out of him. It's really a nice ride. He keeps his body up, but then he quits lifting on his rope and gets slid back. Now watch this. This is about getting off and protecting yourself. He gets down and lets that bull get a hind leg right in the middle of his back. Got to take care of yourself.
And that vest is more than just a pretty leather thing. He gets an 82 for the ride, but it does give some protection.
Okay, Domain, all that good atmosphere, and he couldn't get any of it. Al.
Chad Bestplug from Canada. The bull is Mickey.
Okay, Bestplug, one of the best bull riders on the pro scene today. Look at this form right here. Yeah, buddy. Really a nice ride. Spurred him with the outside foot, and I'm going to tell you, Matt Austin's hurt. You know, he had to opt out. Gets out of there good. Bumgardner makes a nice move right there. You watch the replay back. Chad Bestplug may be the best bull rider that nobody knows about in the world, and I'm including him with Matt Austin and anybody else you've ever seen on television. This kid right here understands the business, knows how to ride, steps right down, knows he got off inside the spin, 80.5, and I like the bull ride a little better than that. He made it look too easy, but the bull was nice to ride.
And remember, if you're new to this, that the score, as we watch Zeb Lanham, and we mentioned he'll be up on Broken Bone, the score is a combination of what the bull does and what the rider does.
Absolutely. As you look at the stats on Lanham and Broken Bone, and I think this is a no-brainer for Lanham. He'll ride this bull, I think, pretty handy. But you know that 80.5, it might not be in the top 12.
Yeah, exactly. Then he doesn't go to the finals, what we call the short go, and you're out of the game.
Here we go. Around the left into his hand. Now, the bull hadn't been staying in the spin long. Does it again, jumps out of it. This is going to cost him some points. You know, he rides him. You know, that bull is, he's past his prime. He's been a great bull. Lanham goes, man, I hope that's enough. Let's see. He needs to be 80, probably 82. 82 should probably make it. Let's see what we got coming up here.
Good example, too, of what we're talking about, where the bull doesn't give it all he's worth, then you can't get the big score.
Well, you know, that's true, and it's also subjective. It's what the judges like or not, and we get the score of 81.5.
81.5, so that may, in fact, end up hurting Zeb.
All right, well, the people, they want a higher score because we've been bragging on him, but you can look at Sonny Murphy. That's the way to do it right there.
And how about Zeb Lanham? His ride gave him an 81.5. We'll be back. There's still more to come. And we welcome you back to Reno, Nevada. A lot of great casinos here and some great bull riding. The Dodge Xtreme Bulls are our focus. Right now, it's Hancock has the lead, followed by Woolsey. Here's Jerry Shepard.
All right, Shepard coming around to the right, looking good. Now back around to the left, looking better. Wow, good little bull turning the crank right here. Shepard makes a good bull ride. He's not been getting things going his way. Stepped off too close, got fire kicked out of him, but he won't do that again real quick. Watch this. Bull cranking it to the right, makes a good move. You see Butch Kirby, the judge, he's inspecting the ride. He's going to mark it down. He is the world champion in 1978, to my dismay. And good bull ride right here. Butch, give him enough points. This bull's not very big, but really about, watch this bull kick him. Bang!
Oh, baby.
Ow! Yeah, it ain't over till it's over.
The bull was paintball. Jerry Shepard, and it's an 87. That'll move him into second place.
All right, good job. I like that bull ride. They came up on their scores. You know, I just don't want them to forget that 86. Way back to our first rider, Brian Richardson, and it always run the risk as you look to our college cowboy.
On patrol, 94. This is Tate Stratton.
All right, Tate, round to the left into his hand. He's in a little bit of a bind, and this is a real flat spinning black muley, and both those judges aren't going to spring with a lot of points. I mean, that bull is good practice. Tate, he likes riding, but his score is not going to be near high enough to get to the short go, I don't think. You know, he just, see how flat he is? He gets his hips out, and he kind of has him straining. Any chance you have, he's spurring with the outside foot, but he's just coasting. You know, that's not the way to gather extra points, and, you know, Tate, he'll have to learn from this ride.
Well, and there you have it, a 75.
75-point score, and, you know, that was just a nice bull and good practice, and the good news for Tate Stratton is the next bull that he gets to get on, he'll be riding well.
Here's Danny McDowell.
Powerhouse Patrol, another one of those second-generation bulls. Sonny Riley, Big Ben, Flying Five. Yo, yard dart.
Right off.
Yard dart. Holy moly. You talk about slam dunk. Danny Ted McDowell. The lights is on. Ain't nobody home. Whoa. DJ Domain. When you got DJ Domain, as hard as licks as he takes checking on you, you know you hit hard. Watch this. On the end of his arm and go wapola. Yo, he's wanting to get up. Yeah, man. He said, I love bull riding.
Well, sometimes.
I remember why I quit.
No score for Danny. And that'll bring up J.W. Harris from May, Texas. He's on 4 aces.
4 aces, Flying Five bucking bull, big stout red bull, and J.W. Harris, this guy can ride. First time I saw him was in January at Fort Worth. Oh, look out, whipped him right on his horns. He's back, cranking it. He is getting it on right now.
Oh, this is a ride.
All right. Whoa, nearly got stepped on. You just got, look at the horns on this dude. Slinging them back. I want you to what? Look at there, Jerry Shepard clapping.
Yeah.
You know, and he's in the top 2 or 3, but he's fixing to get moved down a notch. Watch, look at the horn. Watch the horns come right back into his face. This bull tried to get him with the horns right on his back, cranking it into his hand. We got a score coming in.
Oh, you bet we do. A 92.5. The crowd loves it.
All right.
And that's the top score thus far.
Oh, yeah. So does this bull rider. 92.5. Let's get into singular X power and get you a number there. Should be around a 3. And here we go. Boy, JW makes a great move right there, just staying with what he had, that bull, cranking it into his hand. A lot of kick, a lot of power. I mean, great bull ride, 92.5 and a new leader.
And Jerry Shepard, he scored an 87. He's now 3rd and with Jennifer.
Well, first off, Jerry, we have to know if you're all right because that get-off looked painful.
I don't know what happened there. I went to get off, and he must have, somehow he caught my shoulder or something, jerked me down on my butt, but I don't know. I got away, and just good we have good bullfighters, I guess.
Well, you looked totally in control before then.
Well, I felt good. You know, I didn't really feel like I had any trouble with him, so I don't know. I guess I was in control.
And you feel good now, so we're ready to go to the finals.
All right.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, this is the way we stand right now, and this board has changed handily in the past few minutes. J.W. Harris is now number 1 with a 92.5.
Well, good bull riding going on, but we expect nothing less here in Reno.
Here is Levi Smith, Big Bend Rodeo Bull 8-ball.
All right, bull rider from Iowa. Here we go. 8-ball coming around to the right away from his hand. Levi Smith in good shape, making a real nice ride. This is just a busy man. You see him kind of knee up just a little bit. Bull kicking and spinning. That's a really good young bull, 8-ball, owned by Big Ben, Donnie Hutzel. Always sends some great livestock up. Boy, just a nice ride. Yeah, the free hand handles his upper body, keeps his hips in the right spot. Nice job, Levi Smith. Just kind of floats along, makes a really good bull ride.
You see the bullfighters in there pulling the bull's attention away. And 83 is the score there. I would have thought the snot value alone would have been higher.
Well, the judges are ex-bull riders, so they don't get into that much, and it's just what they see. But there's your number 1 man, your leader right there, J.W. Harris.
So with all the changes coming just in the last few minutes, it has been a great bull riding thus far. When we come back, you'll meet this bull. Name is Reindeer. And we welcome you back to the Xtreme Bulls Reno from Reno, Nevada. Plenty of bright lights and great action. Thus far, the crowd has loved this event. Here's the way it looks coming out of the semifinal. J.W. Harris with that 92.5, followed by Cody Hancock and Steve Woolsey. Don, it's been good thus far, hasn't it?
The semifinal round was full of some great action, great bull rides, a couple of pretty good wrecks, but now the bull riders did a great job. 92.5 points. J.W. Harris rode 4 aces, made an outstanding bull ride, could have marked him anything they wanted to. Cody Hancock, reigning world champion in 2000, scored 89 points to win 2nd place. Short goers loaded up. Wild side is what J.W. Harris is going to have in the final go-round. Look for about 4 guys to make the whistle out of the top 12.
Here's our BMW Trailer Hitches semifinal recap. Jason McClaney had a nice ride, but then after he got off, the bull got on him not once but twice, and he had a pretty good cut on the side of his head. Hancock was the leader for a long time with his 89, but then it was Harris with a 92.5 that gave us the top score of the long go. And Jason, well, he's looking okay now. Let's go to Jennifer.
Well, 4 aces hadn't been ridden in over a year until this kid right here rode him. You had to work for every bit of it, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am. He kept right out of there. He hopped and skipped, and he kept trying to get me outside. And then finally I made a big move, and I finally got over there, but I had to work for every ounce of it.
Well, and he got you in the very end, didn't you? You have a little blood on your chin.
He kind of got me right there, right before he turned back. He kind of threw his head up, and I was bowed out over, and he hit me. And I think that kind of helped me sit up a little bit, try to get back over there.
Well, that 92.5 sure will help you. You're at the bottom of the X-Bowl standings, almost you are in the world standings, barely 14th. This will be good for you, won't it?
Yes, ma'am, it'll be great. You know, I kind of need to win one of these deals that way so I can breathe a little easier about it.
You definitely are gaining a little cushion. Good luck in the finals.
Thank you.
Well, Paul, I thought that bull had hit him early when I was talking about him slinging his head up, and obviously did bump him on the chin, and that was just a little love tap, a little wake-up call.
Just, I'm here. All right, here we go. This is the short go, the championship round, and we begin with Zeb Lanham.
Poison Ivy, Russell Rodeo, supposed to go to the right. He's had a little trouble, free hand behind him. And
right down, right away.
He's not gonna, whenever he gets his free arm back behind him, he's not gonna ride one going to the right. And that's been the rap on Zeb Lanham. He can ride Godzilla going to the left, but you know, a lot of bulls go right. Watch the free hand, see where his hips go. He actually helps that bull get him on the ground, although that bull has got a great buck-off record. That's a tough bull, Poison Ivy.
And so now we've had our first non-ride in the championship round, the short go, and Zeb Lanham with no score as they try to get Poison Ivy back into the pens.
All right, I know he's a little bit upset right now. He'd like to conquer that one in the short go round.
DJ Domain on Frosty.
All right, now I've not seen this little bull, but DJ said was a good draw for him. Should just jump out of there and turn right back. DJ riding real good. Rode one going to the right early. This one's coming to the left. Got him tipped over the front, and then Skinner back right, but he was already gone. Little bull just beat him out of the chute. You can see he got skin up on his first ride a little bit, but now watch him get tipped over his hand. Left foot comes out of him, touch with the free hand, and down. That bull Frosty, he's a quick little booger.
And another no score, so you take only the score from the semifinal, the long go, add the 0 to it. It's not going to help you. You really got to score in both.
Well, I said earlier I thought they might ride 4 bulls in the short go. I was kind of counting on DJ or Zeb, one of those two. And here's a guy that I was really counting on, Wesley Silcox in Rough and Ready.
Yeah, Rough and Ready, a Russell Rodeo bull. He's out of Utah.
All right, getting set to go. Silcox made a real good ride in the first round. He scored 82 points, but that bull kind of quit him at the end. He's ready to make a ride round to the left, wave his hand. Got a good seat on him. This is turning the crank. This is going to be a 90-something, and he goes down in the well.
Whoa!
Down in the well, 6 seconds worth of a great bull ride, but a no score. Watch this. Coming away from his hand. Hips down. Let's watch his free hand. Elbow, everything's perfect. Now what? Comes around a little bit too far. Now he's down in the well. He drops it down inside too much. Bull got him moving, puts him down. Silcox, he's really upset.
And he is angry with it. Our third no score in a row as we look at the singular X-Power.
All right, well, this bull, the kick and spin should be significant. A 3.20 highest rated bull we've seen so far. That bull really did buck.
And we promised you reindeer.
Well,
and
we got reindeer as number 5 in the top 10 bucking bulls on Pro Bull Stats. These are what the judges mark them nearly every time they come out. And boy, when you're up there in that 22 to 24 range, you bad.
And reindeer is the draw for Levi Smith.
Bull's been ridden 1 time. You saw that stat. Julio Marino, Flying U, stock contractor. He and his wife Cindy doing a great job. Cotton Rosser, son Lee, they're all in the rodeo business. And Levi, they've raised this fucking bull. Here we go. Got her going. Reindeer whips him down. Well, it's one of those things the stock contractor said, well, if he'd rode him a little further, he was really going to buck.
And another no score.
A lot of power, but you know what? Reputation has a lot to do with it. That bull hadn't even turned, just going straight. But you see, Levi taking no chances. He's ready to kind of watch out. No score, 83 points. And, you know, if they buck everybody off, he's still not going to win very much because he came in down at the bottom of the pack.
Yeah, but are you saying the bull had the better of him before the gate opened?
I think that's probably true.
Here is Jason McLean. Rapid Fire Exchange is the bull.
Another second-generation bull now. He's wearing this little turban, got the bleeding stopped, plugged up the leak. Jason McLean riding good. Let's see, off his rope, beat out of the box right there. And that bull turned the crank left. Jason just looked like he wasn't ready. He said, oh, man. I mean, that bull is spinning, bucking, and he looks like the old Rapid Fire, which is the sire. Don't think this Born to Buck program doesn't mark him, but you saw Jason. He slid back off his bull rope. He was on the rumble seat right out of the gate. Beat out of the box is what we call it.
We've gone 5 now, and nobody's gone the 8 seconds in the short go.
Well, you know, they run the tougher bulls at him and all of that sort of stuff, but you know what? Somebody just got to say, okay, it's up to me and make the whistle. Maybe Clayton Foltine can do it.
On Mr. Bond, here is Clayton Foltine.
Mr. Bond, he's a Rosser Rodeo bull, Lee Rosser, Cotton, and here we go. Foltine made a good ride going left, away from his hand.
And another, down early.
All right. That was not a good effort from Clayton Foltine. He's freehand is fine, and he whips it all the way around behind him. You know, it's just being a little bit late, and what happens, you get all the money. This is where it counts. They've qualified. They make it in. You can't have a mental letdown. You have to ride another bull to win the championship.
Yeah, but so far it hadn't worked all that well. We've gone 6 in the short go, and nobody's made it to the 8 seconds yet. And we welcome you back to Reno. We've got a pretty good event going on here in the Dodge Xtreme Bulls. I'm Paul Page with Don Gay, and Jennifer Smith is down right on the arena, ready to watch these finals as they continue. They call it the short go. And here is Steve Woolsey. Thus far, we have not had anybody stay on for the full 8 seconds.
First 6 bull riders out, all 6 of them down. I said at the top of the show, top of the short go, that we'd have probably 4 guys ride, maybe, maybe not. Steve Woolsey's got cash prize. Here's one of them I picked. He's riding good. Let's see what happens. Round to the right, waved his hand, made a nice move, but
and
just set right there and comes down, no score. You know, it kind of hurt his hip a little bit. It looked like it may have kicked him. Cash prize, John Browning, another raised bull. Watch, free hand around the corner, and he just let him get him lean back. Centrifugal force, he bent the hat brim.
So now we've had 7 without a score in the championship round. Woolsey being the latest.
Singular X Power, going to show a lot of kick and spin on this bull right here. For as short a trip as it was, we got a 3-0 on the kick, 285, and this bull bucking good, but still a surprise to trash Steve Woolsey that quick.
Big Bend Rodeo's hijinks. Brian Richardson is up.
Well, Brian, I thought, made a great ride. First guy out. Let's see if he can keep it going. It's been a long time since he's been on that bull. Looked like may have slapped him that first jump and right on his back, and boy, howdy, if that bull had hit him, he'd have drove him plumb to Las Vegas. Man. Got the clown, Rowdy Berry. He said, oh, well, he just never touched me.
Those guys are terrific. When you come to one of these bull ridings, make sure you're there for the whole thing. It's so good.
Wow, whipped him down, slapped him right on his back, and look at the clown stabbers on that one. And I mean, he took him for a ride. Looked like a hood ornament on one of them Dodge trucks.
And we're coming where it's very possible, I would think, Don, that you could have the score from the long go. That could end up being a championship score. Here comes Jerry Shepard. You saw ugly.
We're all in the where these guys are placing in the average 6 places. These top 6 guys coming into the short go are going to win money. Shepard, he's got to get it going. He's got the bull called ugly. Starts left, comes back right, puts him down. You know, that was one of the guys that should have made the whistle. He should ride this bull and just doesn't get it done. There's a couple of guys that have come down. Watch the bull start to the left. He thinks he's coming. Bull just moves the other way, beats him around the corner. You get set up, you get to thinking about it, and you come down. Cooper Congeezer says, hey, man, it was a good try, but another no score.
And as yet, in the short go, the championship round, we have not had a ride all the way to 8 seconds. Here is Sonny Murphy on Firewater.
All right, made a good bull ride in round one to 85 points. Close to that lead, but trying to get this bull to stand up in the chute. It's tough to spend much time in there. Firewater, Flying 5 bucking bull, Sonny Riley, and Don Hutzel with Big Ben. Got a lot of great bucking bulls here around to the right into his hand. Sonny Murphy, he's got it going. He is cranking it on him so much about making a whistle.
Oh, yeah.
We got it going on right now. Look out, leaderboard. It's going to be a 90-something. Now you got to get off.
Whoa!
You talk about a shot in the shorts there. He got a ride on the reading. Oh!
Well, we went through a lot of non-rides.
Oh, that hurt
He's
him.
hurt.
That hurt him a little bit, but I tell you what, great bull ride. And then this bull blast him out of there. Watch him hit him with his head coming out of the spin. A lot of turning, a lot of torque right there. Great ride. Now, got his wrap undone. Right between his legs and slings him out of there. Looked like he's holding that left elbow.
Oh, listen to this on 94. The crowd reacts.
179 on 2. They got him standing up in Reno. Sonny Murphy.
So Sonny Murphy with a 179 is now number 1.
Boy, howdy. Okay, well, now you're into, got 2 more bull riders. Now these guys, they can't win any less than second and third if they don't make the whistle. Cody Hancock got Stunts, California. This is a good draw, and I expect Cody to make the whistle.
And you see, he needs a 91 in order to take the lead
This bull's
away
that
from
good.
Sonny Murphy.
This bull is that good, but it depends on what he does tonight. Right there to the left, right in the gate. He's got it around the corner. He's off his rope a little bit, going down the well. He's touched him. He's just, get out of there. About had him going down inside the spin, down in the well, a no score for Cody Hancock.
Yeah, about all he could try to figure out is how to get off graceful, if that was possible at all. So another no score.
All right, well, you can watch him. He's got it going. He slides off his bull rope just a little bit. You see, he's leaning forward a little. He's got his hips down too far, crossing over, trying to get out. Can't do it. Touches with the free hand. Now he knows that the judges have seen that. Just out of there, at least no harm, no foul, no score.
And he stands with the 89 that he scored in the long go.
Well, he can't win any less. They're 179 and then a 92 and a half in second. J.W. Harris, he's got second cinched right here. Needs an 87 on wild side. This could be good, Paul. I've seen this bull have some great trips. Big Brindle Muley just jumped out of there, slinging his head, heading down in front of the bucket chute. Just stay on, make the whistle. Hang in there, bull. Not having a very good trip, but makes the whistle. And all right, he's not going to be 87.
And he needed an 87 to take the lead.
You see this bull almost wallers him off, but this bull just gets started and it can't figure out where he wants to go, and he's just flouncing around. He's going to get a reride option. Stays right on. You got to make the whistle before you get that reride unless they foul you. This bull, he doesn't buck near like he's supposed to, so let's see what the judges say. I don't want to judge it for him, but he's coming to see Butch Kirby. He's telling him what the reride is. You know, he's going, okay.
All right, but he's second. He's got second wrapped up right now.
That's right. So this won't hurt him. Even if he bucks off, he's got second wrapped up. So I think it's a good decision. He's going to take his reride.
And the reride will be on Werewolf. Will he take first? We'll find out. The Dodge Xtreme Bulls, presented by B&W Trailer Hitches, is brought to you by Dodge. Dodge, grab life by the horn. By the FFA, the National FFA, developing leaders to go the distance. And by Wrangler. Wrangler, the Western original. Well, welcome back to Reno, where we've got a great situation underway. J.W. Harris has chosen to take a reride in the Xtreme Bulls Reno, even though he has second locked up.
Well, he's going to take a chance on winning first, and he's got Werewolf. This bull, I've seen him win first place and score in the 90s on this bull before. So, you know, it's a good opportunity for JW to make a statement. He wants to make the national finals, so he needs to win a big pile of money. You can do that right here. He can win the go-around. You know, if he can score more than 94 points, Sonny Murphy in the lead, 179 on 2, 87 points wins the average. So this is a money ride, and it's just costing Sonny for every second this guy rides. So this could be good. J.W. Harris, Texan, I like that. Let's see if he can get her done. Here we go. Yeah, Werewolf, high and wild in the front end, coming around to the right. He's got to go and listen to the people going nuts in this stadium tonight. Hey, look at the Cowboys behind the chutes. They're going, yeah, baby. Okay, up to the judges to see what they score him. Started out really good. Bull weakened a little right at the whistle. Let's see it, but there's a guy that is pumped.
Yeah, did JW do it? That's the question.
Well, I think it's going to be over 87 for sure. He's going to win the average, going to win the title here, but let's see about the short go-round and see how many points he is. He's going to be 90-something. Let's see what the judges tally it up. What a good bull ride. You see this bull, he throws a lot of guys off because he's rearing up. He gets high in the front end. J.W. Harris just makes a really nice ride, and he can stand a lot of power on his riding hand.
And look at all the fellow competitors in the background just cheering him on.
All right, well, judges, they're tallying scores. We're watching J.W. Harris. How about 96 points? 96 for J.W. Harris.
And that gives him a 188.5 overall.
Well, a moot point. All he needed was 87. You know, 96 is a lot of points. You know what? Just a lot of effort to come right back. He's been on 3 bulls tonight, 24 seconds worth of work, but he's the champ.
And what a great way, though, to end an evening. He's in second. Listen to that crowd cheer that score. He's in second. He's got it locked up. He says, no, I'm coming back. I'm going for the big one, and he gets it.
All right, well, gonna get the plaque, money girl and all, for J.W. Harris, May, Texas. And guess what's going to be the Dodge Ride of the Night?
Oh, I'm just thinking J.W. Harris.
How about 96 points, J.W.? You know, this is a winning ride. Doesn't really matter what they score him if it's going to be over 87. You show me the money, the Texican comes to Nevada, and he hits the jackpot. That's pretty apropos, I'd say. Yeah.
Happy and showed us some courage. That's our Dodge Ride of the Night.
All right, well, J.W., Sonny Murphy, Jerry Shepard, they all got a check.
But J.W. Harris is the man of the night. Let's go to Jennifer.
Well, J.W. started his momentum in the Longo with a 92.5 ride. Then you had to have a re-ride. Did that break your momentum a little bit?
No, it just kind of got me pumped up a little bit more. Kind of got all my mistakes out of me before I got on that bucking sucker.
You have always wanted Werewolf, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am. I've been watching him for a long time now, and he's the bull you want in the short round because you know you're going to win it on him if you ride him.
Well, I know you were worried that you were even going to make it to this rodeo. You were stuck in traffic, got here late. It started the adrenaline early, didn't it?
Yeah, we showed up here. They were just starting the first section of bull riding, and my palms were sweating the whole time.
Well, you just set a Reno record and an ex-Bulls record. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, Xtreme Bulls, the Ride Hard Tour. Some happy, some sad, you know, but you got to be tough if you're going to be a bull rider.
And the crowd, well, they're happy. They got their money's worth tonight.
Well, we got to see some great bull riding as you, Sonny Murphy, 94. We saw J.W. Harris, 96. What a great bull riding that the guy, you know, a Texan didn't show Matt Austin. He's trying to get well. Another Texan took up some slack. Great bull riding.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.